Hey, everybody. Welcome to Summer WOD workout of the day. This is number 2, and we're going to be going body weight. So you need 0 equipment. Super easy. All right, start in your child's pose. Sit back on your heels, reach your arms nice and far forward. Drop your forehead on the ground. Congratulate yourself for making it. Maybe you're hitting this up on vacation in your hotel room, Airbnb, VRBO, or maybe still in your garage or living room, back patio, or maybe at the park or beach or wherever you are if you're there with the kiddos. So hopefully you are still managing workouts, getting things done, keeping the body moving, building, strengthening. All right, bring your shoulders up over your wrists. We're going to stretch through those wrists. Belly strong. Shoulder blades down. Sit back on your heels. Hopefully you can curl your toes under. Possibly you're even barefoot, so you feel a little more stretch there in the bottoms of the feet. That's our deep inhale. Exhale, come forward. Shoulder heads up over your fingertips again, just a bit. And then exhale, push back. And then again, bring your body forward. Turn your fingertips around. We're going to turn them back toward the knees. Again, sit back on your heels, pedal out your wrists and forearms. Hopefully your forearms are getting a lot more flexible, able to turn, less rigid and tight. Turn your palms up and externally and internally rotate your elbows. Beautiful. All right, back to your hands and knees, and we're going to go cat-cow. Inhale to open the chest, exhale to round. We're going to take it kind of quick here. Inhale, open, exhale, round. So just take whatever little extra movements, torques, gyrations that you need along the way. Feel like you're twisting, turning, tipping, tucking, whatever you need. Get in touch with that back. All right, level off again. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Exhale, drive it under. And then push up. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, drop under. And push up. Downward facing dog with me. Push your hips up and back. Bend both knees. Feel your chest drive toward the thighs. I think a lot of us aren't quite sure what the purpose of a down dog is. Really helps with some shoulder mobilities. You're getting your shoulders up overhead without actually standing. You're tucking that chin back and in. You're lengthening from the back. You're taking the compression off your spine and hips. So we have a little bit of an inversion here. And then you're getting your hamstrings and calves stretched just a bit. So really get your chest back towards your thighs, and you do that by bending your knees to start and then slowly drop your heels to the ground. Let's take 3 breaths. Feel like you're hollowing out your armpits. Feel like you're sliding your shoulder blades down. 2. Keep pressing, grabbing. Find the contraction of the core. Tuck your tailbone back just a bit. Grab your kneecaps, pull them up, and 1. You can see your knee wrinkles when you do that. And then come all the way forward. Let your hips drop toward the ground. Make sure that your glutes are nice and firm. Open through the chest. All right, push your hips up and back again. Widen out your feet. Sit your hips low. Rotate up. A few more thoracic rotations. We want to get that body really, really comfortable with twisting and rotating from your thoracic spine, depending on how long you've been working with me, what other physical outlets, activity outlets, exercise outlets you've had. You may find that you're tight in the thoracic spine, but hopefully over time, you will start feeling that release, more mobility, and it really opens your world up. All right, flip over, back and down. We're starting our workout. Let's get 20 crunches. Rest your head in your hands. So you have a natural low back arch. Take your tailbone, tuck it up, and pull the low back toward the ground. And the way that you pull your low back toward the ground is by not using your glutes, but by tucking your core, holding flexion there to tuck the pelvis back. All right, exhale, lift, hold flexion as you lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. This is 3. Your head is fully resting in your hands. Feel the work, feel the move, feel the build. So with these guys, I like to just really focus on maximum heat, maximum flexion, build your own self-awareness of the core. Think about packing in from the inside out. See how much more heat you can generate on that exhale and lift. 19 and 20. All right, go ahead and lie it back, resting your head on the ground, finding your dead bug position. Extend your opposite arm and leg. Here, really, really pull and flex. Just like we were with our crunch. These still add up for me. It's a great way to get some movement through the hip and shoulder joints while holding flexion through the upper back and the core to keep the low back pulled into the ground, to train the rib cage to drop in and tuck. You got it. 9 and 10. All right, rock and roll it over. And we're going to do some tuck throughs. So you're welcome to do these from hands and knees. You'd start here, try to rotate on your leg, on your knee, right knee, and tuck the leg in, kick it out, and then back through. If you're able to, you're going to go into a full plank, and we're going to tuck through. So you rotate and kick, rotate and kick. That's 1. We're going to go 10 per side. We want to keep the hips in line with the shoulders. So this isn't a big, quick, speedy move. It's flexion, connection through the belly, through that abdomen, and we're getting some twist, some rotation along the way as well. Make sure you're pushing into your thumb and first finger. So obviously we do a lot on our hands, and you can really build up wrist strength. You gotta find that suction cup hand. Keep developing. 3, 2, and 1. All right, walk your hips and go up and back. Walk your hands up and back. We're going to go into squats. Just body weight. Find toes straight ahead. Sink your hips down to all the way to 20. 4, 5. Brace your upper back. Push through the heels. Challenge your range. Think about your hip and shoulder alignment still. Depending on your biological, physical makeup here, physics in play, your levers, your body will hinge more forward or not. Okay, drop. We're going to do a bottom half for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit back on your heels. Keep your hips and shoulders lined up so your tailbone's not poking up, nor is it tucking under. 10, 9. Put the work where you want it. 6. Inner thighs, outer thighs, core, glutes. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right, back to the back of the mat. Go back into your high plank. We're going to have a narrow plank, and we're going to hit tricep push-ups. So if you struggle with these, you can put your hands on a box, on the wall, or stay on your knees. We're going to do 5. Your shoulder heads are in front of your fingertips. Your elbows squeeze in super duper tight. If you need to go on to your toes, it's fine. 7. Good job. You got one more for 8 reps. And 8. Push your hips up and back. Find that down dog again. Slide your shoulder blades down. Keeping that mobility coming. Keeping it sneaking in. All right. Feet to hands, hands to feet. We're going to go into touchdowns. Here we go. Hop a little, side to side. Drop the hips. So this is about really getting that butt drop down as opposed to just hinging over the legs. We don't want to just drop the chest. We want to drop those hips. Here's 10. Give me 20. 3. Line up that knee and toe. Keep your chest tall, belly strong. 8, 9, and 10. All right. Walk back to the back of your mat again. And we're going to walk forward for regular push-ups. Walk those hands out. We're going to hit up 12. Elbows come out a little wider than with our tricep push-ups. Keep that plank position. 12. Push your hips up and back again. Walk your hands back to your feet. Enjoy a nice low squat. And then go back into a mobility move. Spider lunges. So bring one leg forward, one leg over to the side, slide over. Let your hips drop low and your toe come up. See if you can slide over without your hands. If you need to, press into the hands, help walk over. Otherwise, generate some strength from that ground floor, nice and low. Feel how you have to use your core, inner thighs, your back, in a healthy way, of course. 4, only go so deep as feels comfortable for you. And 5. All right, lie it down, rest head and hands. Set to 20 crunches. Focus on that core lock. 10. 16. Tighten, tug, flex and flex and flex and flex. All the way up and all the way down. 19. 20. Now we get our dead bugs. Pack it in right here before you're even moving. You should feel heat in the core. extend with purpose. So you're getting that hip rotation and mobility without losing the low back. So this is really good training for appropriate hip mobility as well, if you think about it. So you're not allowing that kind of hip extension as the leg drops down. You're not allowing the low back to take it. Ugh. We can get tight in the hips, and that means the low back ends up way more mobile than it should be. 10 and 10. Ooh, love it. All right, then those kick throughs, find your high plank, tuck the tailbone, belly strong, get your rotation. So you're rocking to the outside, or I'm sorry, the inside of the planted foot. 5, 7. Find that inner thigh flexion. Protect the knee. There shouldn't be any bend in the knee. You're holding that flexion on your groin and inner thigh. 10. Down dog. Take a deep breath. Slide the shoulder blades down. Grab the core. Walk your hands back to your feet. All right, we get our squats. 20 squats. Sink low. Keep your knees pulling wide with the pinky toe side of the foot. Sometimes it's nice to get out from under load and really focus on what you can generate on your own. Then add that play into it when you add load back in. Halves. Drop, half. 2. 6. You should not be tilting forward and back as you drop and lift in your hips. So keep those hips really stable. Find the line up in that pelvis. Neutral to shoulders. 5, 4, 3. Hopefully you're moving your hips and not your chest. That would look like this, right? Dropping in. We're not going here. We're going drop with the butt. Whew, okay, at the back. And walk it forward. Tricep push-ups. 8 reps. Grab deep into the belly. Bring your shoulders forward over the fingertips, elbows. Squeeze in tight. Eight. Push up and back. Find your core. Open up your feet. Walk your hands back. Sit your hips low. Yogi squat. I'm helping you sneak in a few of these today. I kind of try to get an add up about 10 minutes per day. An add up. Here we go. Hop into that other leg. Back into mobility here. Getting those hips to tuck in. Lots of internal rotation. Seventeen, 19, and 20. Not necessarily about speed, right? Let's see. Take that wide base of support. Let yourself drop forward. Twist to the left, twist to the right, and then let's walk out for our 12 push-ups. Get your full extension. Try not to stop and stay in the bottom. And 12. Push-ups are also great because they allow for a little bit more movement on your shoulder blades than when we're on the floor hitting our chest press. Figure out how to use the core to keep those hips level, the pelvis level. 4. Woo. 5 and 5. Perfect. All right, bring it down. Last set through. Rest your head in your hands. Make sure that head's heavy. Tuck it in. Feel the core. Relax the glutes. Feel the core. Your rectus abdominis is pinching together. You're closing that split. Every time you crunch up, you're closing the gap, training it to pull together. That's where the money lies in keeping your low back on the ground. 2 and 1. All right, here we go. Tighten and tug. What sort of mental imagery can you add in here? So you should feel your pelvis on the ground. Can you feel it stay stable and not shift? I started way too fast. So this is 6. 7, 8, 9. Bring it in. Come on. And 10. Yeah. All right. Get those plank kick throughs. Find that solid plank first. Find your twist. Actively flex the core. You're finding muscles, the flexion behind your armpit, the upper back. Hold support for those arms. 9, 10. Push up and back. Downward facing dog. Feel that. Get into it for a second. Grab tight through the core. Now walk back. All right, here we go for our squats. Put the work where you want it. Screw the heels into the ground. Try not to tilt. My tendency is actually to shift to the right. So I'm watching to make sure I shift to center, hit your abs. 5, sit on those heels. Dial in. What do you want from these? Eight, 9, 20. Whew. All right. We are going to hit back. Tricep push-ups. Find your nice high, tight plank. Screw your hands into the ground. Elbows squeeze tight. Trying to keep hips and shoulders moving together. Dropping, pushing the same time. Oh, you feel those in the core as well. All right. Here we go. Our touchdowns. 20 per side. Four. Touching the ground. That's where the touchdown comes in. However, you're dropping the hips so the arm can reach as opposed to the chest. Don't forget, your legs should be on fire by now. Get that hop if you can. Added work. 17, 18, 19. The fun with body weight is seeing if you can get enough heat on your own to get the work. Train your flexions. Whee. All right, 12 push-ups. And 12. Woo. All right. Get those spider legs ready. Here we go. After the touchdowns, they feel like they're going to be tough. And that's what we want. We're working mobility here and strength and flexibility. And back. Perfect. All right. Just go ahead and sit down on the ground like this. Extend that leg out. Tuck the right foot in. Bring that arm down inside your straight leg. Bring your right arm up and over. So the bent leg side, that's the arm that's coming up and over. Open through the chest. Reach that arm. Sink the hip into the ground. Oh, that feels so good on the back. All right, take your straight leg, fold it back so you're in your Z sit, and kind of depending on where you fold that leg back is going to be where you feel the stretch and the tension. So for me, I'm on my backside bend in hip, and then we're going to take both arms to the other side of our inside leg. So plant into the hands, find your fingertip tent, sink that back hip into the ground so it needs to anchor, holding the low back stable, twist through the mid back, chest is tall. Beautiful. And then we'll take a forward lean as well. Body weight should leave you feeling energized, a little worked, but proud, happy, energized. Okay, bring your inside arm and then, be gentle. This is me right now. Breathe. Use your breath to help encourage that tension release. Your palm should be facing the same direction as your face and the thumb down. Then you're using that inside arm on the ground to help push the chest open. Feel and think in terms of length. Length through that hip, side body, shoulder. Okay, bring that straight leg and tuck it in. Feel that hip for a second. Anchor in both arms. So remember, here's our rotation point, right? Please try to keep your low back stable. So especially as you build flexibility. So this is my kryptonite. My issue is I'm flexible and I do work my body in a lot of planes. So because I'm flexible, I actually need to work more on stability. So stabilizing my hips and pelvis, my pelvis and low back, hips need to take it. So I'm working on stabilizing core, low back, pelvis, so that I have adequate use of my hips and mid back so that I can decrease any low back soreness or pain. All right, walk your hands forward. Lean over those legs. So just learning over time, continued support through the pelvis, making sure you can feel whether or not it's stabilized and neutral. All right, but it's always a work in progress. I read something, I can't remember who said it. I'll look it up, I have it written down. But we're happiest when there's an opportunity for growth. So work on your mental place, trying not to strive for arriving or being perfect or getting it all set into place. I don't know about you, but I definitely connect with that line, with that ideal. Constantly growing, keeping us creative, asking questions, not following just the status quo, not just following something because you heard it from someone else, but connect with it in your own way. All right. Great job, everybody. Way to get through WOD 2. Remember, you can stack these, mix these, switch them up, grab them as you will. I will see you again very soon.